You got, of course, another love story coming, Wuthering Heights. I can't tell if you have the mutton chops still or not. Yeah, they're there. Are you loving this transformation into the 1800s?
So much so, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
just to be able to be a part of Gothic literature, not once but twice in a row,
Right.
to that is, I mean, it's amazing. I actually can't
Oh,
believe it, you know?
I believe it, man. You're that good. I mean, but obviously, this is probably a role that a lot of actors, young actors, sought out for. How much pressure is there taking on this role of Heathcliff in such an iconic story?
Uh, I, s- I don't know if it's pressure so much as the whole thing was just so exciting that you don't really want to be tainted by pressure or anything like
Yeah.
that. Just, there's an incredible book. And then Emerald wrote an incredible script, and I trust her so much as a filmmaker. I mean, she's a genius.
Yeah.
So it's hard to be kind of burdened by anything but joy when you go
Yeah.
on an experience like that.
And of course, fans can't wait for Euphoria to return. What's been the best part of being back on set with that great cast and stepping back into Nate's shoes?
Yeah, I mean, I just shot my first days of that this week, and
Wow.
it was incredible. I mean, you also have to understand we've grown up on that.
Yeah, you sure have.
We grew up from, late teens into adults on that show. So it's just like it was beautiful. It was like really touching to go back and, step into the environment. Like it was like stepping into a time capsule, like nothing had changed.
I know you guys are a tight TV family.
It's my great pleasure to get to share the screen with him again.
That time as a prisoner. What got you through?
I gotta give you props, man, because I feel like every time we talk to you, it is for a project or a role that is so vastly different than the one before. So I just wanted to start with like, is that a conscious decision as you're trying to line up the next project and the next character to play?
Thank you for saying so. Not so much conscious, just more, I don't know, I just try. The only thing I really think about is the filmmaker and who's sort of making what it is, because I'm taken by artists in cinema, and so I'm so obsessed with filmmakers and people who are trying to do something different, and
Yeah.
so maybe that comes out of that. And there's also just you have a great desire as an actor or a performer to shed yourself and
Totally.
live a different way for a while.
I mean, and the same can be said about this role for sure. Obviously there's those scenes in the prisoner of war camp that are so intense. I'm curious, what was your experience filming those scenes in particular?
It was an incredibly beautiful process. Justin had sat all of us down early on and said, this is going to be really hard, and you do have to go all the way. I promise you, when you get to the end of it, it'll be something that you'll have for the rest of your life that no one else will kind of have. It'll be yours to share.
That you'll be proud of.
Yeah, and that took us, and that kind of carried us, and we all sort of just looked after each other, and it was just an incredibly spiritual kind of experience. Something happens when you go to that place.
Can you talk to me about the physical transformation that the role required? Like, how much weight did you have to lose to play that experience accurately?
And it's deeply boring. It was like all the stuff you don't want to think about, like nutritionists and training, and but I was never so conscious about how much we were losing, because I think sometimes as a performer you can get so caught up on like, I lost 27 kilograms or I lost this.
Right.
Playing these people who were forced into a horrific situation. It's not like they weren't in the death camp being like, how much did you lose last week?
That's true.
There was something incredibly unconscious about the whole process as well.
Yeah. And I bet that it was less about a number on the scale and more also about the spiritual, right? The transformation, how you felt on the inside.
Yeah, it does something, to the look that you get behind your eyes.
Right.
The immediacy of sort of a starvation. But yeah, it was honestly just profoundly beautiful.
I bet. Sounds like you did go all in. What surprised me about this show as I was watching it was the love story too. He's haunted by this past and this love story. why do you think audiences will be drawn into this romance with Odessa's character?
Well, you know, I think the thing is it haunts him, but it also sustains him.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the most human thing that we can all relate to is a sustaining love, whether it's an idea of love like his is, or whether it's a love that's right in front of you. I mean, it is the driving force of who we are and what we do in any circumstance.